In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on April 6, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Indiana Pacers versus Denver Nuggets. The Indiana Pacers, sitting with a record of 46-31, currently hold the 4th spot in the Eastern Conference. They're gearing up for a matchup against the Denver Nuggets, who share an identical 47-31 record but sit 4th in the Western Conference standings. This game is set to tip off on April 6th at Ball Arena. It's shaping up to be a good one, with both teams looking to finish the season strong and lock in some momentum before the playoffs begin. The Pacers are riding a bit of a hot streak lately, having won 3 games in a row. Their most recent victory was a convincing 140-112 win at home over the Utah Jazz on Friday. On the flip side, things aren't going as smoothly for Denver. The Nuggets have now dropped 3 straight games, including their latest loss on the road to the Golden State Warriors, 118-104, also on Friday. This upcoming game marks the second and last regular season meeting between these two teams. The Nuggets took the first one back on February 24th, earning a 125-116 win in Indiana. In terms of injuries and lineup concerns, the Pacers are still without Ben Shepherd and Pascal Siakam, both of whom remain sidelined. For Denver, all eyes are on Jamal Murray, who's currently listed as questionable with a sore hamstring. These two squads last faced off on February 24th, and it was Denver who walked away with the win. That said, the momentum has shifted a bit since then. Indiana's been trending upward, while Denver seems to be stumbling as the regular season winds down. Lately, the direction these two teams are heading couldn't be more different. The Pacers have been tightening things up on the defensive side of the ball, giving up just 113 points per game over their last 5 outings. Compare that to the Nuggets, who are allowing 124 points across their last 3 games. Over the course of the season, the defensive stats back this up as well. Indiana ranks 14th in defensive rating at 113.6, while Denver trails behind in 20th with a 115.1 rating. That drop-off in defense could play a key role in how this game plays out, even though the Nuggets are likely to be favored in this matchup, especially with home court advantage and a 9-game win streak against the Pacers. There's some reason to believe that run could end. Indiana hasn't beaten Denver since January 2020. But it's worth noting the Nuggets have dropped 3 straight in 4 of their last 6 games overall. On top of that, they're just 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 contests. Denver's bench hasn't been offering much support, and it's been a lot of pressure on Jokic to carry the load. Indiana, on the other hand, is a tough out when their offense gets rolling. They've got that underdog energy, and right now, they're playing loose and confident. As our first pick for this matchup, the Indiana Pacers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Looking at how these teams are scoring lately, the Pacers have been putting up serious points. They're averaging 123 points per game over their last 10, which is a healthy 5.5 points higher than their season average of 117.4. Indiana also ranks 7th in offensive efficiency and is running at the league's 10th fastest pace with 99.8 possessions a night. The Nuggets, while still dangerous offensively, have seen a dip. They're averaging 117 points over their last 10 games, which is 3.6 points below their usual mark. They're 9th in tempo at 99.8 possessions per game and sit 4th overall in offensive efficiency. Both teams can absolutely light up the scoreboard, but defense isn't exactly their strong suit. Across the season, both squads have been shooting the ball extremely well. Indiana ranks 3rd in the league in field goal percentage at 49.2%, while Denver leads the NBA with a 50.6% clip. They also move the ball with purpose. The Pacers are 3rd in assist-to-turnover ratio at 2.21, and the Nuggets are right behind them in 5th with a 2.15 ratio. It's clear these offenses know how to find the open man and avoid mistakes. In terms of betting trends, the Pacers have hit the over in 5 of their last 10 games, while the Nuggets have gone over the total in 6 of those last 10. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Bucks versus New Orleans Pelicans. The Milwaukee Bucks, who currently hold a 43-34 record and sit in 5th place in the Eastern Conference standings, are getting ready to square off against the New Orleans Pelicans, who sit near the bottom of the Western Conference with a 21-56 record. This matchup is scheduled for April 6th and will be held at the Smoothie King Center, home of the Pelicans. It's a game between two teams on opposite ends of the standings, both trying to make something out of what's left of their regular season. Looking ahead to this game, the Bucks come in riding a bit of a hot streak. They've won their last 3 games and are feeling some momentum after grinding out a 121-115 overtime win on the road against the Miami Heat on Saturday. Meanwhile, things aren't going nearly as well for the Pelicans. They've dropped 2 straight, with their most recent loss being a 124-108 defeat on the road at the hands of the Los Angeles Lakers. This game marks the first time these two teams will face each other this season, as a scheduled game earlier in the year had to be pushed back. They'll meet again soon, though, wrapping up their season series in Milwaukee on April 10th. Injuries are still playing a major role for both teams. The Bucks will again be without star guard Damian Lillard, which continues to test their depth. The Pelicans are even more banged up, missing several key players including Zion Williamson, C.J. McCollum, and Trey Murphy. Despite these setbacks, the Bucks have found a way to string together 3 wins in a row, showing signs of life just when they need it. The Pelicans, on the other hand, are simply too depleted right now to be very competitive. Their roster is missing almost all of its top contributors, and it's showing in their results. When it comes to scoring, these teams are trending in completely different directions. Over their last 4 games, Milwaukee has been putting up an impressive 126 points per contest. New Orleans, meanwhile, is struggling badly on offense, averaging just 102 points across their last 5 games. If you take a look at the net rating numbers for the season, it paints an even clearer picture. The Bucks are 13th in the league with a 1.9 net rating, while the Pelicans rank near the bottom at 28th with a -8.7 rating. That gap tells you a lot about how these teams have performed over the course of the year. To be honest, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world to back the Bucks as heavy favorites here, especially when they're missing key players and coming off an overtime game with no rest. That said, they're still fighting to stay in that top 5 playoff spot, and they can't afford to let up now. The Pelicans, by contrast, look like they checked out of the season a while ago. The Bucks have not only won 3 straight but also managed to cover the spread in 7 of their last 9 games. With playoff seeding on the line, Milwaukee should come out focused. New Orleans doesn't have much left to play for, and their effort has reflected that. The Bucks are rolling right now, and they should have enough to get past a Pelicans team that's running on fumes. As our first pick for this matchup, the Milwaukee Bucks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. On the defensive side, neither team is bringing much resistance lately. The Bucks have been giving up an average of 124 points over their last 4 games, and the Pelicans haven't been much better, surrendering 119 points in their past 2 contests. Both teams like to push the pace a bit, with Milwaukee ranked 14th in the league in pace at 99.92, and New Orleans just a hair behind them at 15th with a 99.54 pace. These two teams also have a recent history of high-scoring matchups, with the over-hitting in 8 of their last 10 games against each other. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors. The Houston Rockets, with a record of 51-27, currently hold the 2nd spot in the Western Conference. They are set to face off against the Golden State Warriors, who are 46-31 and sitting in 5th place in the same conference, on April 6th at the Chase Center. Both teams are in strong form as they head into the final stretch of the regular season, with less than 5 games remaining on the schedule. The matchup is sure to bring some excitement as 2 of the top teams in the West are about to clash. Golden State has had its fair share of tough challenges in recent weeks. They've secured a dominant win on the road against the Lakers, followed by a solid victory over the Nuggets, even with the challenge of a back-to-back game. The addition of Jimmy Butler has been a major factor in their success, as they are now 20-2 when both Butler and Steph Curry are on the floor together. Additionally, the Warriors have had a strong record against the Rockets this year, holding a 3-1 advantage in their previous meetings. There is a slight difference in effective field goal percentages between the the two teams. Golden State ranks 6th in the NBA with a 57.5 effective field goal percentage, while the Rockets are right behind at 8th with a 57.1 percentage over their last 5 games. Offensively, the teams are fairly close, but there is a noticeable gap in recent performances. Houston has been averaging 122 points per game over their last 3 contests, while the Warriors have been putting up 130 points in their last 4 games. In fact, Golden State has been dominant against Houston in recent matchups, going 9-1 against the spread in their last 10 games. The Rockets, however, remain a team that is always dangerous when it comes to scoring, as they've demonstrated time and again that they can take down any opponent on any given night. Just recently, they pulled off an impressive win against the Thunder. That said, the Warriors are on a strong roll and have become even more formidable with Curry and Butler playing together, boasting a 20-2 straight-up record when both are active. With the Warriors pushing for better playoff seeding, they could even jump to the 3rd spot in the West with continued wins. As our first pick for this matchup, the Golden State Warriors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When it comes to shooting from beyond the arc, both teams have been solid in the past 15 games. Houston ranks 8th in the league with a 38.5% team three-point shooting percentage, while Golden State is right behind them at 9th with a 38.2% mark. Both teams are also known for their ability to secure offensive rebounds, with Houston leading the league at a 36.7% offensive rebounding rate and the Warriors not far behind, ranking 4th at 31.4%. As for the over-under trend, Houston has gone 7-2-1 in the over in their last 10 games, while Golden State is 3-1 in their last 4. With both teams in great form, this game is likely to be a high-scoring affair. The over seems like a safe bet, as both teams are playing at a high level offensively and are quick to move the ball around. Looking at the season trends, the over has hit in 22 of the Rockets' 15 road games, 30 of 48 games against the Western Conference, and 15 of 28 games as a home favorite. Additionally, they've seen the over hit in 27 of 46 games after a single day of rest. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.